Today we are going fishing on the Freetown Peninsula. When you're surrounded by beautiful beaches and mountains, white sand, what's better to do but to go fishing? So enjoy the video. If you do enjoy watching this content, please show support by subscribing to the channel, like, and comment. And at the end of the video, stay tuned to watch the extended version of this drone footage. Enjoy. On the beach right now, Lakka. This is Lakka Beach in Freetown, the western area, Freetown, Sierra Leone. Okay, so we're just walking right now. The sun sets. It's pretty beautiful. Lovely beach, Lakka, in the Lakka area. Well, slightly rural, but it's also part of the city of Freetown. So folks are just swimming in the water. Yeah, those are some of the beach bars to the side there. Yeah, this place is a lot developed now. Obviously, back then they were still working on developing. So today, 2021, much more developed now. So we're just walking. So in this area, this Lakka Beach was an area that I actually lived in this area for about close to 4 months. So I'm very familiar with this area. I came jogging every morning on this beach, almost every morning, not every morning, but almost. You know, just because I got to stay in shape, stay active, and the beach is right in my backyard. You know, the place that I stayed at with my mentor. It's such a beautiful area, and you know, for you to have a beautiful beach like this, wake up every morning and just come jog in the morning was quite an experience in Freetown. So what you're looking at now, that's actually a hotel. It's supposed to be a resort hotel. I checked for a price. I think that the guy had quoted me like 300,000 leones or 500,000 leones. One of those when I went there. But when I sent one of my assistants to go there, he told my assistant it was about 150,000 leones. You know, so you know, they try to get one on you sometimes when they know that you're not from, when they know you don't live in the area. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, I'm visiting. I left when I was relatively young, so they can see that on you. You know, they just have a ways that they can tell you don't quite know how the money works in the area. So, but yeah, we're just walking now. We're going fishing. Seeing a lot of folks on the beach. So beautiful, lovely. Everybody having a good time with their families, like that. I think it's one of my guys. Yeah, some of these guys. I came with about 3 of these guys. They would assist me in many ways. These guys are basically some boys that my mentor, you know, takes care of. So most of these guys are like relatives, basically his extended relatives, like his brother or sister or cousin's kids that kind of stay with him at the house, you know, where I stayed at. So we became kind of close. I built bond and relationship with them, you know, just because that's just the type of person I am. You know, when we're together, we're spending time with each other, and they are assisting me with a lot of my projects and activities. I made sure that, you know, we kind of build a bond and a relationship that, you know, obviously based on respect and you know, for them, you know, for me to convince them so they can buy into my project and my cause, and then coming back to Africa, Sierra Leone, where I'm from, to start a non-profit, you know, to see how we could help some students. Yeah, the kid right there in the green, he's actually a student in the organization. Yeah. So yeah, so he's one of the kids that we are gonna be sponsoring, walking right there, holding the box. His name is James. Yeah, man, we just gave him the fish. You know, I'm holding a beer right now. I mean, what's better to do, man? Beautiful day in Africa, lovely beach. You know, I think it was like 6 o'clock. It was like, I was just like, let's go fishing, man. You know, my mentor had a bunch of fishing gear laying around the house. I was like, you know, I've always wanted to use them. So we picked this day. I was like, you know what? When I was in the village, back in the village in the Bumpé region, the Bo region, you know, we used to go fishing in the boats, the small canoe boats, the wooden boats, you know. So I've never really fished on the ocean peninsula like this in Freetown. So I figured, you know what, let me go and try this out, man. You know, let's go have some fun. You know, back in the village was a little different than what we're doing today. with the modern looking fishing stick. Back in the village, we got in the boat. They had some nets. You know, you kind of had to different traps. Almost like you set traps for the fish in the water, in the swamp waters and stuff. You know, but now, you know, we just chilling on a rock, putting some baits on the stick. You know, we just gonna relax. And then I brought a couple beers. Some of these boys, you know, can't really drink. You know, they're relatively young, so you know, just relax, have a couple beers, see if I can catch some fish. We're hoping to catch some fish, so let's watch and see. Yeah, so I'm just sitting on those rocks overlooking the mountains, kinda, and the mountains towards over the mountains and the Lakka. That's actually what we're looking at. That's the city of Lakka. You know, that's where the house is at, where I stay at. That's the beach, actually. So we actually came into the water a little bit to sit on those rocks, which was quite the experience. You know, just overlooking the view. It's actually a very a beautiful area to just go sit down and check out the view. You know, if you're a photographer, if you're ever in this area in Lakka, at the Lakka Beach, make sure you go to those in that area where the rocks are kind of bunched up together. That kind of looks like a resort on rock, sitting on the water, just overlooking the beach.
Fish not there, bro. Fish not there. So I'm going to the next side. Well, I'll go try one more time. They say James don't catch you. Don't catch? Yeah, no bad man, no time. You don't catch, eh? Someone said for bro. Yeah, don't catch. When I make you left me one kind, left me and go on there. I ain't there, I ain't there.
Yeah, this is actually nothing as far as the population, the amount of people on the beach. Usually on the weekend, it gets so overcrowded, you know, like particularly on Sunday. Sunday is known in Freetown, in Sierra Leone, as a relaxing day, you know, meaning most families, a lot of families will get their whole family together and just go to the beach. And there are many beautiful beaches in Freetown. So
you can't let me go inside the fish there. I forgot to go far.
On the beach, you notice people on the beach, and you will also notice some boats, some wooden boats that you see laying on the beach there. Those are for fishermen. So there are some fishermen who live right across that community there. So a lot of fishermen would go.
They don't eat that. So, and then here you can get.
And you will see some locals. Sometimes we just bring their market and set it around across the beach, to be able to sell it as a business, selling it to ordinary people. And then you would also see actual people who own the bars, across the beach line, who would also be selling some items, food items, some drink.
And they said so, baby. When they ask you why you continue the camaraderie for that, baby, no, so now you. Right, so now the one baby can hold the camera.
And there we go. Okay, so that's the camera guy explaining, talking, saying, when I put this video out, if folks see him zooming in on some random chick, to make sure I let people know that I wasn't the one holding the camera, that he was the one holding that he was the one holding the camera and zooming in on some random chick. So that was funny. All right, let's see if we can catch some fish, man. It's a lovely day, The water wasn't cold. It was just nice, perfect temperature. Beautiful view, man. Beautiful view. When you got views like this, where else, what other better place you need to be, man, but right there. Sierra Leone is such a beautiful country. It's really one of the best scenery, natural beauties you can find in Africa or in the world. It's just a small country, economically, less fortunate, so they are not really on the radar much, But hopefully with people like us, those who are from there, or had the opportunity to go outside in the diaspora, hopefully with us coming back and recognizing this and trying to promote it to the world, people can start seeing the beauty and the potential that our country, Sierra Leone, has. That's really, my ultimate goal is I want to present it in different lights to the world, whether it's doing a nonprofit or creating economic opportunities for people, or just advocating the beauties of it, or just collaborating with anybody who wants to contribute to the growth of the continent in general, or to the growth of Sierra Leone. That's really what it's about now. If you're living in the West, you're living a comfortable life, family, your kids, your wife, you have a house, a good job. I mean, is that really all there is? You you're okay, you're comfortable, right? Or is there something else that's just out there that you can venture out into, that you can really make an impact, and touch other lives? To me, that's what life is about, Like, if you're okay, that's one of the beautiful things about America, when most of us migrate to the United States. And I would say this to anybody: the United States is the greatest country in the world. Like, to me, I grew up in the United States, and I am not going to pretend or try to badmouth with all its wrongs and really shortcomings and all the negative things and crazy things that may be happening in the United States. I do still think it is the most incredible, powerful country, that if you come to the United States and you work hard and you have a goal, you have a vision, you can make something out of yourself. I really don't see that anywhere else. I don't care if you're in Europe, Asia, wherever you're talking about. But the goal now to me is if you come to the United States as an immigrant, right? Especially as an African immigrant, you're in this country, you've done pretty good for yourself. You're comfortable, your family is good, your wife, your kids, your parents are good. Then what else is there for you? We're all here to serve. We're all here. We're passing, right? We're in this world. We come, we leave our marks. We go to, you're born, right? Your parents expect you to go to school, get your education, and find a good job, right? Every parent wants their child to do well. That's one of the main goals for a parent, is to see your child become somebody great, whether it's economically or whether if it's politically or just making an impact in people's lives. That's what every parent wants to see their child. So as an adult now, you've turned into an adult, and you've got everything going for yourself. You're good. You live in a nice house. Everything is legit. You're living. And as an immigrant child, what's so wrong about taking a step back and just kind of really think through yourself, your situation, and say to yourself, what about the folks in the country like Sierra Leone that I was born, that I kind of somewhat spent the beginning of my life there and had some experiences when I was a young child or a young adolescent, and seeing the struggles that some of our people go through even until this day. So don't tell me, you don't have the capability to somewhat try to contribute to that end, because it's possible. It's possible, and I'm doing it today. This is not something that I'm just trying to do for people to be like, to be recognized for it, and just to, everybody want to be recognized. Okay, let's be clear about that. But you don't want to get into it like some people would say, oh, you want to get into politics, especially in Africa, a lot of people do aim to try to run for some kind of political position. So whenever you would go back trying to help people and pay it forward, people will always approach you like, oh, we see that you're doing such a great job with these kids and so on. Are you trying to get into politics? So to me, it was very surprising when people were talking like that, when I was there. And which is why until this day, when people will reach out to me to try to go to a news outlets or some kind of television station in Sierra Leone to see if I could talk about my nonprofit, I would just totally stay away from it. I would just turn it down, because I'm not in this for politics. I'm in this because when I was a child in Sierra Leone, Africa, in the villages or in the cities, I was once one of those kids who didn't have much, who would go to school, didn't have lunch money, would sit in class hungry, or didn't have the resources to be able to study and pass an exam. So you would be failing almost all the major exams that you would took, because there was no resources, no materials for you to elevate yourself. So that's what this is about. I think we can all do better. I'm all for folks who are trying to do better and elevate themselves, and not forgetting where they came from, because we're all given opportunities. We are all lucky. The fact that most of us in the diaspora, African immigrants, we had the opportunity to go to the developed world in the United States or Europe, and we're able to get educated to be able to use resources towards a positive end. That's what I'm trying to advocate on my channel and on this network. So stay blessed and enjoy the drone video. Just me practicing how to fly a drone. And also, if you do like and enjoy watching these videos, please make sure you support us by subscribing to the channel, commenting, liking the videos, and sharing it to your other social media platform. It would really help us out a lot. We do spend a lot of time and energy in making these content for you guys. So please do subscribe to us. Thank you.